You. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making steak frites. To start, we have our steak. This is a ribeye steak. This is going to be cooked medium rare. That's how I like my steak. You can like your steak however you like your steak. So if you like your steak medium well or even well done, I don't need you to let me know that my steak is still alive, the cow is still mooing, any of that stuff. If you do like your steak well done, just cook it in the oven a little bit longer and you'll be just fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unwrap this to start. And this is our beautiful ribeye steak. And I'm just going to start by coating this with a nice layer of salt. So we're gonna get this front side, we're gonna get the edges, and we're gonna get the bottom. And if you were going to just sear the steak, meaning you're not gonna do anything to it beforehand, you'd wanna put this in the fridge for a while and then take it out 30 minutes beforehand. You would want your steak to be at room temperature before you put it on the skillet. What we're doing today is we're going to be reverse searing our steak. So we're gonna put it in the oven first. We're gonna cook it to about 120 degrees, and then we're going to sear the edges to get a really nice crust, and that's gonna bring us up to medium rare around 130, 135 degrees. We do have our oven currently preheating to 325 degrees. So while we wait for that to get up to temperature, we're gonna start with our French fries. To start with our French fries, we have one whole russet potato. I'm just gonna rinse this off really quick. And we're gonna slice this into even pieces. For us, these pieces are going to be about 1/4 inch thick. I'm using a mandolin. If you are using a mandolin, be careful with your hand. I have had incidents before with a mandolin. That's why I am using this steel glove thing, not to slice off my hands. So you can see the thickness of that potato right there. And we're just going to slice these into French fries. And I'm just using my regular knife here. All right, those are handsome. One more. Whoa. All right, that's about the size of the French fry. I'm taking my friends from France and I'm gonna drop them in this bowl, add some sea salt to it. And we're going to let these sit in cold water for about 10 minutes or so. We're just trying to get all the starch off of the surface of the potatoes. That'll help it fry better. Our probe going into this steak, you want it in the thickest part. And we're throwing this in our 325 degree oven until it reaches 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Insert my pan below it, and then we're just going to slide our steak right in. All right, our French fries have been soaking for 10 minutes, so we're gonna make those while our steak is cooking in the oven. Dump these out, fill it up again. Should be good. Grab a paper towel or a few. We're gonna put them on top of our cutting board. And we're just gonna drop our fries on top of that cutting board. Dry these off as best as you can. You want these to be dry when you drop them into your oil. Very well, perfect. Dropping these French fries into oil, that's 325 degrees. Doing this in batches. I'll let these cook at this temperature for about 5 minutes. All right, so those are cooked through. They're not gonna be golden brown yet. Remove them with like a slotted spoon or a spatula or something. Shake them off and drop them onto a tray with paper towels. And you're gonna crank your heat on here. Dropping these fries back into the oil. That's about 350 degrees now. Those are just going for about 2 minutes till they're golden brown. All right, those are a nice golden brown. So I'm removing these and salting them immediately. Shake, get that extra oil off. Shout out Shake Milton, go Sixers. All right, that's what they look like. We're gonna cover them with salt immediately. Fries are done. We're gonna make a quick compound butter for our steak. This is rosemary, thyme, and sage. I'm dropping in a 1/2 stick of butter. Throw that in there. Softened butter, by the way. 2 cloves of garlic, minced, salt, some red chili flakes. All right, steak is at 120, so we're pulling it out. You can see the steak doesn't look very appetizing right now, but all that fat is completely melted. It's 120 degrees inside of that steak. So we're just dropping it onto this pan to get a crust on it. Just gonna drop it on. Flipping. We're gonna add some garlic butter to this. And you're gonna baste the top of that. We're gonna pull this. That's what we have right now. Really nice crust on both sides. Look at that. We're gonna top this, a little more of the butter, just like that. And this needs to rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, cut into this thing. Cut that end off, take a piece for yourself. That fat just melts in your mouth. Those french fries are pristine. Shout out to Candy Meatballs, by the way. Day one liker and subscriber of mine. A true king in all senses of the word. Candy Meatballs, if you're watching this, I love you. And if you want to get shouted out, maybe like and subscribe. I don't know.